Hey guys, welcome to Custom RC. In today's video, I'd like to do a review on this Huina 1593 excavator. I've had this excavator for, probably a year, maybe a little bit longer than a year, but I've had a chance to get this out last summer quite a bit. And I gotta say right off the top, boys, I am really impressed with this thing. It is super strong. It digs good. The scale seems to be pretty close to being a 1/14 scale compared to the other Huina 1550 that I did a review on. Oh, geez. That was back in 2016, I believe it was. I did the review on the 1550. Well, this is the 1553. And in the box, you get your digger, of course, and you get this radio, which is actually quite a bit different than the 1550 radio. There's the 1550 radio and the 1593 radio. So there's pretty big difference there, and the buttons are different, and I'll show you all that in a few minutes. You get a, what is this? It's a 1200 milliamp Li-ion battery, so it's not really a LiPo battery, but I mean it's 1200 milliamp, 7.4 volts. So, and of course you get your charger with that. It's a USB charger, and the manual. Well, I think they could have done a better job on the manual. There's really not much info in there, but it's a manual nonetheless. All right, let me show you how this thing works. Okay, we'll turn this thing on. Hello there, Hanky boy. I didn't see you get up there. My co-star. All right, let's turn it on. Okay, first off, that annoying sound. This actually has a button on here where you can get rid of that. And it has a button that you can have the lights on or off. I don't know if you can see the lights, but you can shut, oh, that's the sound. But you can shut the lights on and off. So that's kind of cool. You can still have the lights going without all that racket going on, which, believe me, guys, really does get irritating after a while. All right, now on our first stick here, that will control, I believe it's this boom here. Let's give her a shot. Yeah. So that button there controls that boom. And with that same button side to side, it controls the turret. And what's cool about the 1593 is its continuous rotation. It doesn't stop. It just continually goes around, 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 around. So that's pretty cool. The other button over here, that controls this arm and the bucket, I believe. So, and then if we go with the bucket, there we go. Now, this excavator, unlike the 1550, it has, and that's what makes this thing so great, it has these screw servos that control the arms, and these screw servos are powerful, guys. They really are. Way better than the clutch and gear system that they had in the 1550. We get all that clicking noise and sounds like you're stripping out gears and stuff. That's actually a clutch in one of those. But these screw servos, They're awesome, guys. They're super, super strong. You can get the upgrade for the 1550, the screw servos, which I did put on my 1550, and it turned it into a completely different machine, guys. Honestly, it's just a completely different beast with the screw servos on there. Now, this one here has little buttons. There's a little button. If I can get you to see that little button there, there's a little button right here. And there will be a button somewhere around the bucket. And I believe there's a button on this arm too. And that's a stopper. Once it reaches that point, it stops it. Now, with this, I had looked on YouTube, and I see a lot of guys, they'll modify the buttons here, like they'll move them or shave the tops off a little bit, and that'll give you a little bit more curl on the bucket and give you a little bit more angle on your arm here. So another great feature on this thing is it has an auxiliary port right here. I don't know if I can show you. Well, it's right there anyway. And there is a bunch of attachments you can plug into this thing, like the 5-finger claw and different size buckets. They have a quick release that plugs into your auxiliary port. And I believe the auxiliary ports are controlled by these buttons here, because they don't seem to do anything else. So I imagine that's what they're for. I'd like to pick up a couple of those. But I got to tell you guys, for the money, this thing is awesome. It really is. Like, I mean, it ain't no $10,000 excavator, but you could pick this thing up for, well, I'll tell you what I paid for this. And this is going back a year or so ago. I'm not quite sure the date, but a year or so. I bought this from banggood.com, and which Banggood actually has this incentive program, which is I think is really good. It splits your payments up into 4 equal payments that are interest free. So when I got this, I did that, and it's called Afterpay. And I actually received the excavator before I was even done paying for it. So I thought that was pretty cool. The radio, I forgot to show you something on the radio here. These buttons here on the top, they control the tracks. So if you want to turn forward, reverse. All right, that should take care of the radio, I think. Other than you must supply your own AA batteries. I think this, yeah, this one takes 3 AA batteries. So that's all you got to supply to get this thing going. And boys, this thing will haul dirt, man. This thing can hang. I'm telling you, it's awesome. Now back to what I paid for it. I got this on a flash deal. It was a Banggood flash deal. They call it flash deal. And the total price delivered to my door was $219 Canadian. Now, it ain't, like I said, it ain't no $10,000 excavator, but man, this thing will hang. It's strong. It actually digs. It moves the dirt great. The tracks seem really solid. But I just read yesterday, I think, and if I'm correct, you can get the metal tracks for this now. So that's pretty awesome. But I've had my 1550 for, well, ever since 2016, and I've never had a problem with the tracks on it or anything else. Like back then, I remember saying that it was toy grade, the 1550, but I was very, very, very impressed with it. And I got to say the same thing about this one. For a couple $100, guys, this thing is pretty awesome. But anyways, guys, that's my review on this thing. I will do another review on the 1550, which is this one here. You notice I've got the screw servos on here. And like I said, it turned this thing into a completely different monster. It really did. And the 3D buckets that I printed out a bunch of those, different kinds of buckets and forklift forks and stuff like that. So uh, this one here is still pretty decent for as long as I've had it. I've had no problems with it. Putting these in is a bit of a job. I do have a video of me putting these in, but I do a lot of swearing and stuff like that, so I don't think it would be appropriate to post that video. But we're not talking about that one today. We're talking about this one. But anyways, guys, that's my short little review on the Huina 1593 excavator, and it gets a thumbs up from me for sure. I dig it. It's a great unit. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next Custom RC video.